one of the basic issues in globalisation is for students to be able to illustrate the effects of trade, and particularly absolute and comparative advantage. In this simple form, this is fairly straightforward and intuitive, that if two countries have different specialisations, one is an expert in one area and the other is an expert in another area, by trading they will obtain a benefit. However, it's important to students to be able to illustrate this. So what we have is a simple graph that shows this. Now, in this graph there are two countries, A and M. A has a comparative advantage in agriculture and M has a comparative advantage in manufacturing. And what we can see in the graph is on one side we see manufactured goods going from 10 units to 60, and on the x-axis we see agricultural goods going from 10 units to 60. In each case, each country can produce some of each good. So, for example, M can produce 60 manufactured goods or 30 agricultural goods. That's the PPF for M. A's PPF is the reverse. It can produce 30 manufactured goods or 60 agricultural goods. Now, if there is no trade, because both countries need some of each, they will end up producing 20 of each. So M will produce 20 manufactured goods and 20 agricultural goods, and A will do the same. So in this case, world output with no trade will be 40. So it will be at this point here. That's with no trade. However, if they trade, both countries can produce what it specialises in. So M can just concentrate on manufacturing, and then it will produce 60 manufactured goods, and A can concentrate on agriculture, and it will then produce 60 agricultural goods. So world trade will now be 60 of each, 120. So there will be an increase in trade, so an increase in production of goods, if we go from a situation of no trade to having trade. We'll have a situation where rather than having 40 of each, we'll have an output of 60 of each. So that's 60 per country. And if those goods are traded, both countries will be better off. So that gives you an overview there of absolute and comparative advantage.